Alright, so it's part two of the interview and the session. And so as we speak about wherever I was speaking about the way I put the words into the way that I put the words together, my words together, it just be really winged. Like I just be just saying things that just get there from the top of the dome, right? And so with that being said, I say, by the way I do my music and stuff, and the way I like to speak and do all these things and stuff and like that, and such. And so with that being said, I say, I'm, I'm saying prolonging what I need to say is, I just put on the camera right now, randomly, and so, what we're talking about is part two. In part one, we're talking about, the way I put my words together as far as the way I like to do my music. I would say ever since I can remember me doing music, I would say I always say I was going to say words that I never really heard, you know what I'm saying, or make up words that I never really heard before, and I've done that, and sayings come up with different things that I can get there to tell the story, to tell the song story, whatever song I'm making. I make up songs from my mind frame, from my mind set, from my mind, state of mind, and I tell the stories. And so right now what we do is tell the story. Go into some type of area where I'm telling, a story, out of nowhere, which is freestyle. And so I always say, in general, I'm gonna make a song in general. Like I like to do songs in general. It doesn't matter if I'm freestyling or writing, and that's two different things, right? And so there's lots of my music that I did put out there. My my favorite is just to do music, and I freestyle the most. But I do write. I write too. I like to write. I like to write too. I like to write music. I like to freestyle music, different things, and I always, what I'm saying, restate things. And so I always, for the most part, I always, what I'm saying, grab the way to communicate. What I'm saying. For me to communicate is to, get my point of view out. As we do so, and what I'm saying, get the point of view out with my music, right? And so my music is for everyone to relate to, what I'm saying, relatable, things, relatable access to one's, way of being. And so one way of being is the next way of being. So we all here being the beings, right? And so as I talk in riddles and as I do multiple interviews about, being about, as we're about, and saying we're this, we're that, us and we, and I is with all the other I's, what I'm saying, the pair of folks, nationals, what I'm saying, nation, galaxy gatherings, what I'm saying, with the, festivities of the festivals of friends. It's always talk about we friends, and I always talk about the realism that everybody is with the reality, the realm of the spectrum, being the specks and the particles to always, what I'm saying, say what's up. And so I get on there talking about what's up. I get on there talking about, when I say get on there, I'm talking about like the camera. But when I say the camera, I'm saying like every stance is a smiling situation within the eyes, you know, because if you watched the live before this one, it was totally different. You know, I was stating how, you know, my speeching, it'd be so serious, but at the end of the day, my character, my actual personality, my persona is a very goofy person. And so I actually am, you know, a comedian, but I'm actually am a serious speecher, you know, influential, you know what I'm saying, about, you know, the craft of music, the craft of sound, you know. But at the end of the day, I'm very, you know what I'm saying, playful person, you know. And so I say how, you know, I'll be doing all type of sporty things, like how we so sporty, how we so athletic, how we so, you know what I'm saying, energized, energetic, and how we are at the vast, you know, every multitude with multiple, you know what I'm saying, characteristics. So the identification of you know what I'm saying, being the beings that we like to beam with the streaming of, you know what I'm saying, the friends of you know what I'm saying, each other. So I sing, we out here with each other, and so my music is pertaining to such. When I say my music, I mean it's everybody's music, because when I do my music, I'm thinking about everybody. When I do my, you know, interviews, and all that, I'm thinking about everybody. I'm putting the words in sync and symmetric in such a way to where it's legible to comprehend. And as we, like, you know what I'm saying, get to areas where, you know, I didn't catch that, you know, I really didn't catch it. So I always, like, you know, reiterate, you know, and restate things and redo interviews and things of the such, so that we'll be on one accord. When you do listen to my music, you say, you know, I know this artist, you know, we know each other as far as, you know, the point of views, and how I point out the stances, and how I point out how we all out here outstanding. And so how we be amazed at each other with the, you know what I'm saying, just all that we do, all the multi-talents, all the multitasking, all the task at hand is to always, you know what I'm saying, just, you know what I'm saying, for me, you know what I'm saying, you know, when I say, you know, when I speak about singular, I'm just saying, you know, this is the person behind the artistry, you know. But at the end of the day, my music is for every personnel, every person, you know. So per, you know, spec in the spectrum, you know, spectrum is the galaxy gathering all type of togetherness. So, you know, together it really, you know, foreshadowing with all type of puns and punchlines and metaphors. And that means, you know, music notes, music lines, and all this and that, within the guidelines of guiding, you know, the expertise of what you like to do the most. And so my thing is music. My thing is everything, really. So at the end of the day, you know, I like to speech and talk and all that. So being a talker, being a speaker with everybody, you know, with the art form of, you know, artmatic, it's automatic, it's fluent for us to, you know what I'm saying, be like, what's happening, you know what I'm saying. So when I get on here and I do music, you know, and I say, you know, even just speaking would be music, you know, to the ear. To have the ear for music, to have the ear for, you know, the, you know what I'm saying, the vision. And so to hear, you know, the storyteller, to see the storyteller, to recognize the storyteller. That's why I also do interviews, you know, be like, you know, that is Ray, you know, I'm Ray, and always speak about that in my music, because I believe, you know, putting the timestamp on your craft, on your art, is always significance to, you know, taking pride, being proud about, your, likings. So I like to, shout out to the likable, things that be going on, which we like the things that we be doing. We like what's going on as far as, the shifts and the time traveling and going back and forth in time and how, and things of the such. And so with that being said, I put that stuff in the music. We are interested. We are, fascinating. We are amazed. We are amazing. We are puzzled. We is the puzzle. We is the pieces. And so piecing together whatever area that I can grab at this moment, and stay in state in the magic of the mind, the magic of, getting outside of the mind, and the magic of the space and outer space in the space, and in the tunnels, out the tunnels, in the mazes, out the mazes, in the avenues, out the avenues, in the routes, out the routes. Together, non-together, in sync, out of sync, in the lines, out the lines, parallel lines, straight lines, mathematics, multiple things to be stating, so I say that in the music, and equivalent to the equalization of the proclamation of the, it always gets back to the craft of the creating of whatever, that you could, grab, that you feel like you could do, with the realization of, again, the realization of whatever you like to partaketh into whatever realm that you, is the masterpiece of. And so everything that you are the masterpiece of, the pieces of the puzzle. And so being the captain to, help assist your, creativity, and however you want to put that together, and however whatever puzzle piece that you fit yourself in, and you shed the light to, and you is the light. We is the light. And so as we are, the shadow, as we are the force that drives, forces to join and connect. And I talk about the joining of the joints in within the avatar, in the sculpture of the skull, and being the skeleton of the very nice, one to dance. So I got the dance moves, we got dance moves, and I said, for me to be a deep-minded, being, and for us to be deep-minded, and but keeping it, always talk about the shallow surfacing. I like to surf as far as, with the words, digging deep with the words, like the sea deep, like the deep end pool. I like to do that, but I like to also keep it, on surface, coasting, floating like a floaty, like the boats, spacecraft, flying, and the grounded grounds, the level of, density of whatever, foam green that it could be within the sea and the beach and the grass and the gravel and the dirt and the mud and whatever, the towel and whatever, as far as, whatever it is, like the, marble that we see within the seashells and the rock and the minerals, and I say all this in my music. And so to be a storyteller within the storyline, within the drum line, within the bands, the worldly bands and the worldly talent show, and all these type of songs, and we got all these type of, mind frames and mind views, and mind you, I like to do all this type of stuff, and I like to speak about it, I like to rap and sing about it, I like to speech about it, talk about it, rap about it, and just state what I like. So I got songs like that, telling you what I like, telling you, like, we is the mineral, we is the light, we is the night, as far as, we is from the spectrum, from, the rainbow color screen, from all the way to all the way, all the way across and diagonal with a very nice, tic-tac-toe and connect the flow. So I always connect the dance floor with the music. I do all type of music that you people dancing to it. We the people, we dancing to the music that us be doing. And so I got all type of dance moves that I made up. I got words that I made up. I got saying and quotes and memes that I made up. And I told myself when I was a child, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that within my music, within my rhymes, and so with all that being said, we go traveling with the times, and with the time machine, with the time mechanism, with the ism that we is, with the abundance and having, drive to do so. So I'm talking about the front axles, the drives, the fronts, and the gears and the steers. And so double clutching into the triple sessions of the multi, sessions with the speaking, with the language, with our communicating, with the, signals. And so signaling left, right with the rear view mirror, with the front mirror, with just, the mirror within, mirror and shadow and channel and self. Selves is everyone, because we are, self with the other selves. And so as we coasting through, being coasting, and just, rocking that way, rolling like that, and that's how I like to, state the way that I do, state my music. And the things about it is even outside of the music is just us bonding. So the bondage and being that we are bonding as we put each other on, or or as we communicate, getting commuters of communicative with the art of communication. And so although I got personality, we got personality, and as we have different personalities popping out with different traits. So a part of Ray, which is me, I'm real quiet. Part of me is real loud. A part of me is real funny. Part of me real serious. Part of me real fun. Part of me laid back. It's just mellow Ray, hyper Ray. And so when we doing all these things, different things, the melody, switches up, the tempo switches up. All this is all good for the songs, and just for as we communicate as the friends, as the peeps, as the folks, and that's the story right there. That is our story, and so the biology, the geographic, the screen of the green screen, it comes alive. You see the green screen, but as I'm speaking, the curtain becomes the forest, the curtain becomes the beach, the curtain becomes whatever the storyteller is, for seeing, for everybody seeing, So as we, the spokesperson for all, when we, speaking and being mindful, mind you that I do, like to share my mind. And so I'm always fascinated with the mind and people's mind structure, and what instructor and being an instructor of self. But when we similar, we got our individuality, but we real similar with it, because we could see our vision within speaking to another. So again, this is Ray, and I'll get back on here again. I got all type of sayings again, and things of the such, and things of the sort. And so sorting out, just just the now, So I actually wanted to get on camera just now, being real comedian like, but sometimes it just goes different avenues. And so I do like to be straight to the point, about the story too, sometimes without goofing around. But I am a goof troop, I am a goofball, I am just behind the music, behind the scenes, behind the artist, behind the producing and the production, I like to share, who I am outside of, what I'm saying, all that music that be getting done that I like to do. And so I'm joyous. I'm happy that we enjoy ourselves. This Ray, R-Y, Ray. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all in a minute.